Joe Biden tells us Antifa is an idea. Well, ideas alone do not name, injure, or kill people. My name is Andy Ngo. I'm a journalist in Portland, Oregon, and I'm outspoken. Antifa claim to simply be people who are against fascism, but this is a lie to hide their true violent extremist beliefs. Antifa is a worldwide movement of terrorists and those who support terrorism. They organize into collectives, groups, and cells with the singular focus of bringing about anarchy and communism by any means necessary. That means using violence. How do I know? They hunted me down and beat me so severely last year that my brain bled. Antifa have existed on the fringes of the far left for decades, but they've now moved into the mainstream with the help of Democrats who foolishly believe they're actually anti-fascists. Liberal politicians across the board have struggled to denounce the organized violence carried out by Antifa.
Antifa is an idea, not an organization.
Oh, you got it.
Not malicious.
Even worse, some of them give them the mainstream legitimacy they need to grow.
That's a myth that's being spread only in Washington, D.C.
About Antifa in Portland?
Yes.
Keith Ellison, the former deputy chairman for the Democrat Party and the current attorney general for the state of Minnesota, proudly shared a selfie holding Mark Bray's Antifa handbook. Proceeds from that book actually go toward the International Antifa Defense Fund. But that wasn't bad enough. His son, Jeremiah, who serves on the Minneapolis City Council, publicly declared his support for Antifa during the height of the riots that convulsed that city in May. The response from politicians like Kamala Harris and other Democrats was to promote a $35 million bail fund for rioters and those accused of violent crimes. Further, when I spoke at a Senate hearing on Antifa violence this past summer, Hawaii Democrat Senator Nivi Hirono stormed out of the room.
You're welcome to say something negative about Antifa right now.
I think that I've covered the subject quite well. You don't have this.
Okay.
Despite what you read and see from biased journalists, President Trump has made repeated, clear denunciation of the far right and their violence.
And you had people, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally.
Unfortunately, Democrats not only refuse to denounce Antifa's violent extremism, they pretend they don't even exist. Antifa is not merely an idea. In Portland, the shooter who wrote a manifesto calling himself 100% Antifa killed a Trump supporter in downtown in late August. Heather Heyer's life mattered, and so did the life of Aaron J. Danielson. Antifa's idea nearly ended my life on the 29th of June, 2019. I've been working on recovery for more than a year. They continue to send me death threats and show up to my family's home to terrorize my loved ones. I have watched hordes of violent thugs in my home city burn, riot, and kill for over 120 days. They've hijacked racial justice. They've hijacked gay rights. They promise utopia, but all I see them leave behind is ash, rubble, and blood. You call this an idea? I call this terrorism. I'm Andy Ngo, and I'm outspoken.